Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to Mending Me TV series, Above the High, My Path to Conquering Addiction. I'm Crystal, your spiritual advisor, here to share my journey of battling addiction, discovering my strength, and finding peace. This series is designed to provide insight, inspiration, and practical advice for anyone facing similar challenges. Over the next 12 series, I'll discuss various aspects of my journey, from understanding addiction to building a support network, offering valuable lessons and strategies. Whether you're seeking guidance on your path to recovery or looking for the support to support a loved one, this series aims to provide the tools and inspiration needed to provide to for positive change. Thank you for joining me. And remember, you are not alone in this journey. Together, we can rise above the high. Growing up, my grandparents smoked all the time, and I absolutely hated the smell of cigarettes. I never thought that smoking would be a habit that I would pick up in my adulthood, but sometimes things just happen. I'd heard of I've heard of stories about marijuana in high school, that smoking weed could spark creativity and could get your mind to working, that would lead to you questioning the world around you. And oh yeah, I knew it was an illegal drug, so that kind of pushed me away from it too. So it didn't really interest me until I went to college. And this guy I knew, he was a drug dealer, and he used to smoke around me. And being young and curious, I wanted to know what all the hype was about. But I didn't know how to properly smoke. And there's definitely a technique to smoking marijuana and to get a good high. And I just didn't know how to do it. And that discouraged me again. I didn't gravitate towards it because I didn't know how to do it until I became a single mother. Before I had my son, I used to go out at a drop of a dime. I could leave when I want to. I can go when I want to. I didn't have to worry about taking anybody with me or worry about doing anything else besides getting myself together. And within a span of 3 months, I lost my mama, and I became a single mother. I became depressed. I didn't know what to do. I still wanted to do the things that I wanted to do, like just leave and just go places as I wanted to, but I couldn't. And that threw me into a deeper depression. I remember that marijuana was something that helped you mentally, and it will take you places mentally, but it will physically keep you in the same spot. And that's what I needed. I needed that type of release, that relief, to get out of the situation I was in, but still be in the situation that I was in. I did my research and found that there were no major side effects to smoking marijuana other than getting the munchies. And I love to eat, so I was fine with that. So I took a chance with it. At first, I used marijuana as a sleeping aid because I would go to work all morning, get my son, be at home with him until I put him to sleep. And then I would stay up all night just trying to get some time to myself. And then I wouldn't be able to go to sleep because I would be still wired up and just be up and not ready for the next day. So, and then I would just do that all over again. And then I started going through heavy spiritual warfare, and that took a toll on my life. I was getting attacked from every angle. Dealing with that, it took a toll on me. It took me down. It messed with my emotional and mental energy, and it made me exhausted. And marijuana helped me with that. It helped me to stabilize what was going on. I didn't necessarily pay attention to what was going on. It took my mind off of it. It put me into a, what is that called? It's like when you don't care. I can't think of the word right now, but it's like in a state where you just don't care about anything. And that's what it put me in, that type of state. And at the time, if I wouldn't have had weed, I wouldn't have been able to handle all this stuff that would have been thrown at me. And I believe that marijuana is a tool, and it was a tool that was given to me to help utilize and to help me in my time of need that I had. Marijuana um, was in fact a tool for me. And I know that sounds crazy, it sounds outlandish and everything, but I truly believe that because I didn't have any bad effects with marijuana. I had only good positive things when I was using marijuana at first. I was more creative. My thoughts were clear. Depression was gone. Um, I won't say it was gone. Depression was easing up. I was able to think. I wasn't so clouded with that heaviness. Um, I just got clarity about a lot of things that was going on in my life, and I was motivated like never before. My life got so much better after that. Before that, I was always sad and confused and hurt about what was going on around me. And it felt like when I was smoking marijuana, that it gave me more stamina and more energy to live life. I was able to make better decisions for myself and hold myself accountable to be more responsible for my life. In life, we are forever going in and out of different states of minds. At the time, I was unable to find peace, and marijuana put me in a state of on a consistent basis. Being in a peaceful state of mind while using marijuana means that I felt relaxed. I felt free from stress and anxiety. This altered state of mind is a common effect of marijuana, which can help which can help some people feel more at ease or less worried. I never had this type of peace in my life, so I didn't know how to feel. I didn't know how it felt, and I couldn't create it. This was a powerful realization as it gave me a reference point for what peace felt like. Understanding this feeling can be an important step towards finding other healthier ways to achieve and maintain peace in your life. In my life, my reasons for smoking marijuana included stress relief, sleeping aid, emotional comfort, mental clarity, and boost of motivation. And it was a different coping mechanism that I needed at the time. I was able to create a better life for myself and start my healing process. I have been carrying my burdens, and the burdens of others that they placed on my back. With marijuana, I found a way to alleviate some of that weight and reclaim my sense of self. It provided me with the peace I needed to navigate my challenges and move forward with a clearer mind and renewed purpose. Ultimately, it helped me find balance and build a foundation for a healthier and more fulfilling life. I wouldn't change anything at all. But I started to develop health issues. I developed a really bad cough. My throat became very irritated, and I had like some stomach pains. And it would only happen when I smoked. But when I would stop smoking, it stopped. The pain would go away. That was a clear sign that I needed to stop smoking marijuana, but I didn't stop. I'm on a journey to further, but right now I'm on a journey to further my life for the better. And things were not moving as I thought they should. With my talk with God, I asked if me still smoking marijuana was holding me back from progressing in life. And I was told yes. I was missing opportunities that were beneficial for my growth by still using the tool that was no longer needed. Just as a butterfly must leave its cocoon to fly, we must release what we've outgrown to reach new heights. I felt weak, angry that I couldn't stop smoking weed when I knew it wasn't good for me. Sad at the thought that the marijuana that helped me so much in the past will be my ultimate downfall, and confused as to why it was so hard to let go after knowing that I must let it go for my future's sake. This made me determined to let this habit fall by the wayside. Understanding this, my personal growth skyrocketed when I realized that marijuana had been a tool that allowed me to find peace of mind. It helped me think clearly and hear my thoughts without disruption, enabling God to speak to me and to teach me. Without the truth about my past, I had been stuck in confusion, not understanding my place in the world and why I was different from those around me. God took me back to those moments, explained them to me, and provided clarity I needed. This helped me to shed the burdens that others had placed on me and clear my conscience. I craved this clear vision free from the cloudiness and the past situations. As my clarity improved, so did my relationships. I began to see people for who they truly were, recognizing that some of them were only there for their gain. And I had been loyal to those wrong people, which hurt me, but with newfound perspective, I realized I hadn't lost anything. I had gained self-worth, and marijuana had also helped me get through my work days and helped me to understand parenting. With the guidance, God walked me through every step, making my work days productive and educational. As I wrap up the first episode, let's reflect on the key points we covered today. My journey with marijuana started not out of mere curiosity, but out of a search for solace and a coping mechanism during some of the most challenging times of my life, from dealing with the loss of my mother and adjusting to being a single mother, to confronting my own mental health. Marijuana became a significant part of my life. It provided me with temporary peace and clarity, but ultimately led me to recognize the need for a more sustainable and healthy way to handle life's challenges. When health issues in our next episode, we're going to go deeper into understanding addiction and break down the science and the personal impact it has on the life and the body. I invite you to join me as we continue this 12-part series on the reflective journey. If you ever experienced any addiction, or if you're currently battling one, or even if you're curious about the process of recovery, this series is for you. I encourage you to share your thoughts, experiences, or questions in the comments below. Let's build a community of support and understanding. Together, we will rise above the high and find new paths to healing and happiness. But before we close out today, I have a question for you. What is something that you've turned to for comfort during the tough times, and how has it affected your life? I'm leaving a link below that you can fill out. It's a form that you can send the answer to your question in, and we can discuss it. We can share, we can support, and I can help you with whatever you need. Thank you for joining me.